Tonight, Troy University welcomes incoming freshmen.
Plus, a new scholarship available for people wanting to return to college. Stay tuned, Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for June 18th, 2012. I'm Christina Cook.
And I'm Judson Garner. Thank you for joining us this evening. This weekend, Troy residents could help out Pike County's stray animals by picking up a few items at a yard sale. Deatra Montgomery tells us how the shopping ends up helping out.
Many people in the Troy community woke up bright and early Saturday morning for the Going to the Dog yard sale hosted by the Pike Animal Shelter. This event is put together once a year to raise money for the organization.
We are so excited that the community has come out to support us this morning. All of the proceeds for today's fundraiser will go to the Pike Animal Shelter, Troy Animal Shelter Coalition in an effort to build a modern, accessible animal shelter right here in Pike County on 800 Henderson Highway.
With many items donated for the yard sale, everyone had the opportunity to browse a wide selection of different things.
Everything that you are looking at today have come from different people in our community that have donated their goods for us so that we can in turn sell them and help to raise funds for the animal shelter. We have anything from electronics to kitchenware, we have Christmas items, tons of furniture, you name it, and there's something out here for everybody.
They say one man's trash is another man's treasure. But what about all the items that are not sold today?
We typically will donate them to Goodwill so that in turn we can pass on funding for them as well.
However, don't think the opportunity has passed to contribute to the animal shelter. Green says it's never too late to donate.
We have a lot of information listed on our website at www.pikeanimals.org, and there's a lot of contact information there as well. So if you're looking to get a hold of myself or someone on the board, feel free to capture our details from our website.
Deatra Montgomery, Troy TrojanVision News.
The next event the Pike County Animal Shelter will host is a Bow Wow Powwow adoption at the end of the summer.
Today marked the summer start of Impact Orientation Session, a way that helps Troy feel more like home for incoming freshmen. 140 incoming freshmen attended Troy University's Impact Session to learn more about the Trojan Way.
The purpose of Impact is for them to become familiar with campus, the academic departments, leaving with their fall schedule, becoming familiar with the policies of the university, different organizations that they can get involved in. So hopefully when they leave here, they're really familiar with campus.
As Troy kicks off his first summer Impact Session, many students get a detailed look of the campus and get any questions or concerns that they may have answered.
One of the big questions is when's lunch. That I get that one a lot, and they also really they don't know where they're going. So like, where is such and such, and where's that? And they get a little bit of history. They get a little bit of the student lingo. For instance, they know that we ate lunch at Saga today, and like they know that they're in the TC and everything. So they're picking up a little bit of everything while they're here.
Throughout the day, the future Trojans were exposed to the university as they took tours and attended browse sessions. But they also got the chance to have a little fun in the process.
My favorite part of the day would definitely have to be the video that we watched this morning when we first got here. It was really fun and it was enjoyable, and it just looked like everybody in the video was having a great time. I'm kind of interested to see, all the different organizations that you can get into and how do you get into them and the process of applying for them and going through the actual interviews and recruitment processes.
Impact will wrap up on July 24th. Fall semester starts Wednesday, August 15th.
Adults looking to jumpstart their education may be eligible for a full scholarship for one graduate or undergraduate course at Troy University's Dothan campus this fall. The Older, Wiser Learners Scholarship, or OWLS, is open to qualified adults who have not attended a high school, college, or university for at least 3 calendar years. The scholarship will pay tuition for one 3-hour undergraduate course or one 3-hour graduate course offered at the Dothan campus or the Troy Fort Rucker location. Prospective students interested in applying should contact Dothan Student Services at 334-983-6556 extension 1204. The deadline to apply for the OWL scholarship for the fall 2012 semester is Monday, August 6th. Funding for the program is limited. Applications will be accepted on first-come, first-served basis.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Birmingham and hospitals across the state, the lack of available beds has sent some psychiatric patients to emergency rooms, where they wait for hours to be admitted. Birmingham Regional Emergency Medical Services System Executive Director Dr. Joe Acker says the need is extreme. The trend in Alabama is happening across the country as hospital administrators say the demand for psychiatric hospital beds is escalating.
In Mobile, a Mobile County jury will determine whether Michael Lee should die by lethal injection or spend his life in prison without parole. The jury found the 21-year-old Lee guilty of capital murder on Saturday in the shooting death of 23-year-old Kaiser Miri during a robbery at his Midtown home in 2010.
In Huntsville superintendent says the district is preparing for the first major transition in the country from paper to digital textbooks. Superintendent Casey Wendusky says when school starts in August, all students will have either a laptop or a tablet.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, Game 3 of the NBA Finals is in the books. Danielle Percival will have all the details on who took the series lead when she joins us with sports.
But first, the President of the United States is in Mexico for the G20 summit. We'll have that and more after the break.
World leaders scramble to find a way to ease Europe's financial chaos. I'm Danielle Nottingham in Washington. I'll have the story coming up.
At the heart of what we do in the College of Business is care for the students.
We feel like the students are our most important assets.
I have never been anywhere where I've known so many students on first-name basis. What we try to do at Troy University is provide an experience to students that not only provide the curriculum that allows them to be successful in the business world, but we also try to expand their horizons to reach greater opportunities that maybe they didn't think they were capable of before.
Welcome home, man.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Christina Cook at the Global News Desk. Christina?
Thank you, Judson. President Obama is in Mexico for the G20 summit. World leaders will be talking about the European economy, but the president also has a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Danielle Nottingham reports from Washington.
Leaders from the world's 20 most powerful economies are at the G20 summit in Mexico, and the global economy is the #1 issue on the agenda.
Now is the time, as we've discussed, to make sure that all of us join to do what's necessary to stabilize the world financial system.
The election results in Greece have members of the summit breathing a sigh of relief. It's hoped the new Greek government can keep that country's economy from triggering a larger European crisis. The White House is concerned a European financial crisis would hurt the U.S. economy and President Obama's chances for re-election. The president is meeting with Euro leaders and he's sitting down with Russian President Vladimir Putin. It is the first time the two men have met since Putin reclaimed the Russian presidency. The uprising in Syria will likely be the most contentious issue. The Obama administration has been highly critical of Russia for sending weapons to the Syrian government, which continues to attack its own people. Other countries at the summit will also talk about Syria, but the focus remains the world economy.
This meeting is coming at an absolutely critical time, and we're waiting for Europe to tell us what it is going to do.
G20 leaders are hoping to lay down a financial framework with details to be hammered out at another meeting in Europe in 2 weeks. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Washington.
The prosecution is expected to rest today at Jerry Sandusky's sex abuse trial. This morning, the state dropped one of 52 counts against him because the law did not apply when the alleged crime took place. Manuel Gallegos has the latest from the courthouse in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania.
Jerry Sandusky arrived at court to hear prosecutors wrap up their case against him. Prosecutors called their last witness this morning, the mother of one of Sandusky's accusers. She testified she thought it would be a good idea for her son to spend time with Sandusky since she was a single mom working 2 jobs. Sandusky met most of his accusers through his charity for at-risk children. The former Penn State assistant football coach denies he sexually abused young boys. Now his lawyers will try to convince jurors he's telling the truth.
Think, Joe, ready for today?
Lead defense attorney Joe Amendola is expected to take just a few days to present Sandusky's side of the story. He reportedly spent the weekend preparing Sandusky himself to take the stand, as well as his wife Dottie. The defense is also trying to show that some of his accusers are interested in making money down the road in civil lawsuits. Amendola will also try to discredit the testimony of former assistant coach Mike McQuarrie, the only person to testify he actually saw Sandusky abusing a boy. Last week, jurors heard from 20 prosecution witnesses, including 8 accusers. They say their relationship with Sandusky started with gifts, sleepovers, and visits to Penn State football games, but progressed to fondling, oral sex, and violent rape. Manuel Gallegos, CBS News, Bellefonte, Pennsylvania.
Talks to form a new government will begin this morning in Greece after the pro-bailout party won the election. Many saw the vote as a referendum on whether Greece would continue to use the euro currency. Monica Villamizar reports from London.
Greeks celebrated in Athens after the man who backs the international bailout declared a very narrow victory.
Today, the Greek people express their will to stay anchored with the euro. This is a victory for all Europe.
Antonis Samaras said there is no time to waste. He vowed to form a new government that will bring economic stability to the country. Markets across Asia rose, reflecting investors' relief that Greece will not leave the euro, at least for now. In 2002, the first euro bills came out of an ATM machine in Greece. But a decade later, the bankrupt nation became the first country facing the prospect of abandoning the currency. A radical leftist party called Syriza wanted to rip up the conditions of the country's bailout agreement. That sparked fear of other troubled European economies collapsing and causing financial fallout across the globe. Economists say markets dodged a bullet, but warn the crisis shaking the 17 nations in the Eurozone is not over yet.
We do not understand how Spain and Italy will recoup enough growth to improve their financial situations.
World leaders are welcoming the election results as they start the G20 financial summit in Mexico. The euro crisis is expected to dominate the agenda. Monica Villamizar, CBS News, London.